Today marks exactly 90 days since I was accepted into the Facebook monetization program. And it's safe to say that this is extremely lucrative. And I would go even far as to say that this may be the best opportunity for beginners to make money online in 2026. In today's video, I kind of want to tell you my story and how I managed to go from 0 to 10K per month on Facebook in the span of less than 90 days. Yes, this is how powerful Facebook could be. So hopefully by the end of today's video, you'll have some inspiration, a bit of confidence, and some skills to go out there and create your own Facebook page. If you are interested in this sort of content, then please do hit the like button and hit the subscribe button. We want to be the go-to place for making money on Facebook. So do subscribe. There is currently no upsells. So everything here on this channel is completely free. Okay, so let's get into the Facebook dashboard to prove to you that we're not full of shit. As you can see, in the last 90 days, we've made $19,910. But I do want to add, we did get monetized on the 18th of May, and we didn't really start posting until the 28th of May, so it's more like 8 days. Now, let's get into what Facebook monetization actually is and why I started to post onto Facebook. You've probably seen at the start of this video, I do have a YouTube plaque in the background. I am a bit of a YouTube growth expert. I made a career basically on building lots of YouTube channels. I have done, I think I've got about 10 at the time of recording this video, and I've made hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds off of the platform. So naturally, when I started to see a lot of creators talk about Facebook and that there was a content monetization scheme there, I was naturally sort of pulled towards it. However, unlike YouTube, Facebook doesn't have sort of, guidelines on which you get monetized by. On YouTube, you have to get 1,000 subscribers and then 4,000 watch hours. On Facebook, it's invite only, which really is strange. However, there is ways to get monetized quicker, and I'm going to try and explain to you how I got monetized in 90 days. So essentially, your page has to be older than 30 days to start with. So you're not going to get monetized until after 30 days if you're starting with a brand new page. And then you need to be consistent. You need to be consistent. You need to be posting every single day. Now, I posted a reel every single day and did post images daily as well. However, you don't necessarily need to post reels every single day. You just need to post something every single day. And also try and be original. Don't go to a Facebook page and just pull off their reels and then post it and then expect to get monetized. It's not going to work like that. You need to follow their community guidelines. You need to follow their guidelines in general, their monetization policies, if you want to get monetized. So if you are consistent for 60 days, your page is older than 30 days, then you will probably get monetized. As stated, we got monetized after 90 days and we had around 25,000 followers. Now, some of you will go, Dan, that is a lot of followers. On Facebook, it's a lot different. Getting 25,000 followers on Facebook is not the same as getting 25,000 subscribers on YouTube. It is considerably easier, and we're going to show you in a little bit later on in today's video how you can get 25,000 followers in literally 30 to 60 days. It's pretty damn simple. However, as I said, I come from a YouTube background, and when we got monetized, I had no approach for Facebook. So on YouTube, going viral on YouTube is title, thumbnail, and average view duration. And I took that approach to Facebook. I just flung my videos up there, and because I'm quite good at making videos, we did get views and we did make money. And in the first full month of June, we made about $4,000, which is a lot to some of you watching. Some of you would go, that's a lot of money, Dan. What are you on about? I'll change my life if I could make $4,000. And I get it. However, this just shows the power of Facebook, because when we started to make content for Facebook, we actually then made $10,500 or just under $10,500 in the space of a month, from July 1st to July 31st. And the difference there is text hooks and visual hooks for Facebook. So not making a video for YouTube, it's about putting in the reel format and then, enticing them in the first few seconds. You know how you get hooked to reels when you're scrolling on social media. We started to do that for our videos, actually make content for Facebook rather than making it for YouTube and then just fling it up on Facebook. As you can see from our situation, the bulk of our money, the vast majority of the money that we've made has been from Reels, but you can also get paid for photos, text posts, and bonuses. And I do think photos are very, very underrated. We just haven't tapped into it enough, and I will do over the next few months. And different niches, that's going to perform a whole lot better. Images. Sometimes people get paid more for images than they do for videos and make majority of their income through the images. So that's something not to neglect. And then the bonuses. This is pretty wild, actually. It's almost like these little side quests that Facebook give you. Let me try and give you an example of one. So they would be like, oh, in the next 6 days, post 6 posts into some Facebook groups and we'll give you $120. Amazing. But again, I've not really had any bonuses since sort of July. I did get a lot of them in June, but again, we're making a business not to rely on bonuses. We just treat them as a bonus, as they in the name. Our business is something we want to control, and that's of course video content and content that you're creating on the platform. And as you can see, July was fantastic, and then going into August, we're on course to actually go on and beat what we did in July. So we can consistently make 5 figures a month. So hopefully through that, you can see how great of an opportunity this is. And from somebody that's made hundreds and hundreds of thousands of pounds off of YouTube, I am telling you to get involved in Facebook. It's a lower barrier to entry, and we're going to get into that in a moment. Now, the first thing you need to do before you even create a Facebook page is identify a niche. Now, this is the most important part because not all niches are created equally, and this will heavily determine how much money you're going to make and how much content you're going to be able to make with regard to your subject matter and talking point. So don't half-ass this bit. This is the most important bit, in my personal opinion, is identifying a good niche. And I'll probably go in depth into identifying niches very soon because that is the $1 million question. It will probably take another video to really go into depth on how to find niches that work and that are the best to make content about. However, I want to give you some value so you can start right today. One sort of way that I would go about doing things is simply scroll, either on TikTok, Instagram, YouTube Shorts, or even Facebook, and scroll. See what works on those respective platforms, and then see something that I suppose you're interested in, and see if and how it's working on Facebook. The thing with Facebook, and why I think this is such a great opportunity, is nobody is utilizing Facebook. A lot of my generation think it's dead. It's not dead. So many people of the world, it's still one of the biggest social media platforms in the world, but creators aren't really utilizing the platform. So people that are posting on YouTube Shorts, people that are posting on Instagram, people that are posting on TikTok aren't even posting on Facebook. So try and identify good niches by scrolling and that use that as inspiration. Do not find somebody on TikTok and see that he's not made a Facebook page and then decide to rip his content and whack it up on Facebook. That is not sustainable, and that is going to get you demonetized and probably not even monetized before you started. Let's build a sustainable business and not nick people's content. It's unethical and you shouldn't do it. You want to build something yourself. Stop being lazy. So don't rip people's content off. Use it as inspiration. You could pretty much copy it word for word yourself, or hire someone to do it and then upload it, but don't rip their content off and just whack it up on your own page. It's not good to do that. So that's just a quick basic way of identifying a niche. Now, as stated, I could probably dedicate a whole video to niche research. It is the $1 million question. Everyone always wants to know great niches, and I've got great methods for it, but as stated, it will probably take another video in due course. So that's why it's important for you to subscribe so you don't miss that video. But yeah, that should be enough for you to go away and identify something. Always look for something that's scalable, replicable, and of course has mass amounts of content so you can post daily, weekly, and for years to come. That's what I always look at all of the time when trying to get into a niche. So now you've done that, you now want to try and pick a name, get ChatGPT to help you out with that, to generate a name for that respective niche, and then you need to create a Facebook page. It's different to a Facebook profile But you can create a page pretty damn simply by just creating a page in settings. There's tutorials on YouTube for you to, if you don't know how to create a page, so just follow one of those tutorials. And then, of course, you want to try and set up your profile photo and your cover photo, which again, ChatGPT or Claude or whatever chat bot you use can create that in seconds. So now you've got your branding, your page, your niche, and you're ready to go and start to create content and scale that page. Now, don't worry about monetization if this is a brand new page, because you ain't getting monetized until at least 30 days, because that's one of the requirements with a Facebook page. So use this time now to, of course, grow your page and get into the workflow of consistently posting. So now we're going to start growing our page. Now, obviously, I would think the best method for this is with Reels. It's in the name, reeling followers in. But that's quite like, TikTok, Instagram, it's great. It's instant virality, basically, with Reels and videos. And eventually, when you do get monetized, they do make the most amount of money. So yeah, you really want to have a video format route of creating content. Now, a part of your niche research, you should have identified whether you're going to be a faceless page, whether you're going to be the talent, or whether, you're going to get an AI avatar to be the talent, these kind of things. These are part of what you want to identify in your niche research. Now, some of you aren't made for camera, so you have to go down the AI route or down the faceless route, which is completely fine. But there will be some of you watching that will have a bit of a talent with being on camera. And I think if you're just getting started, I've got lots of faceless pages. I've got lots of faceless YouTube channels, and it's great. But I always find the value in the ones that I've created myself that have been the biggest ones and have made the most amount of money. So some of you may be out there that have a bit of talent and can be on camera. So I would suggest that you should be the talent of your own page, at least while starting and learning the ropes of content and then moving into faceless. But some of you, unfortunately, won't be good enough. So you need to probably hire somebody to be on camera, use an AI avatar, which is a lower barrier to entry again, which, is, you can use HeyGen or other softwares like that, or faceless completely, AI voice, or even your own voice behind a screen, or a hired person behind a video. So you've got to find that way, but that's a part of your niche research and where you're going to be going. Get posting videos, and then boost those reels. And this is the only platform which I would suggest boosting reels to grow your followers straight away, because it's not like YouTube. The Facebook followers, for my personal channel, the one that we've just spoke about here, this Facebook page, I boosted our reels to around 5,000 followers, maybe even 7,000 followers. And those individuals ended up being the first people that were engaging on every single post that I made. So it's very, very directed. It's not buying followers from some, third-party site. It's Facebook ads targeting particularly your audience. The great thing about this, you don't need to be a Facebook ad expert. Facebook's systems, or Facebook itself, will identify your chosen audience. So all you have to do is boost the post, choose the countries and demographics that you want, and you should stay with the tier 1 traffic, which is English speaking, so American, UK, Australia, Canada, New Zealand, as they pay most. Advertisers pay more for those. So you want to go down that route more so, and then target them. And Facebook will deal it for you. And then just post consistently, boost a couple of reels, and you'll start to grow your audience. And really, after 10,000 followers, you'll really have that organic reach there. And it doesn't take that much money. And we'll have to identify and do another video for, how to boost posts effectively, etc., and garner followers. But that's a way of doing it. But not all of you will need to boost, right? The great thing about Reels is that you can get instant virality. So don't necessarily do that straight away, but that's the quickest way to, kickstart your page if you want to go down the paid route, which I did for that channel. But I've got other Facebook pages that I've learned the way of growing. And our first reel, I made the page. The first reel we made, I woke up with 50,000 views. Second reel, 60,000 views. And we're already growing organically, so I don't need to actually put ads into place. So that's also fantastic. So reels are very, very effective and very, very powerful, but you need to find your content production system, and you need to be consistent. So once you start posting and seeing what works and what doesn't work, then you go from there. But again, more details have to go into this in later videos, which we will do in terms of a video formats. Because as stated, you want to be doing, learning about text hooks, visual hooks, teasers, enticing people in to watch your videos in the first place. So we will identify that later on. But that's pretty much it for you to start right away. That's it. You've got a content strategy there, and then you've got, waiting game. Be consistent. 60 days, 90 days. Don't give up. And there's clues along the way of what you'll unlock. So you'll unlock stars first, which is basically your Facebook followers will be able to donate to you through stars. So you'll unlock that first. Secondly, you'll unlock subscriptions, where people can pay monthly subscriptions, almost like the YouTube members. So then they pay, and then after that, you then unlock content monetization lastly. So there is little steps along the way as you get it. And once you get subscriptions and once you get stars, you're not too far away. But I would aim for, 90 days. Post for 90 days, at least a piece of content every day for 90 days. It doesn't have to just be reels, can be images as well. So identifying your niche, but always look at your competitors, see what they're doing. Don't nick their stuff, but use them as inspiration and then start to create your content that way. And also something quickly, this is another thing you've got to understand as well, which is absolutely fantastic, is that on Facebook, when somebody likes your post, I'm talking likes your post, you can invite them, they'll get a personal message to follow you. You can invite every single person who interacts with your post. So if your first reel, like my first reel on a new page, on a brand new page that we've just created, got 5,000 likes, 50,000 views, first reel. I then was able to invite 5,000 people to like my Facebook page, inviting them. Now, you can do that manually, but you've also got sort of software. So I'll link the sort of software that we use, where it just automatically invites them down there in the sort of comment section below. But it's an amazing way. So think about it. You can have all these viral posts, and all of a sudden you're inviting all these people to follow you. They get a personal notification saying your page has invited you to follow them. And then most of them do. I mean, I think it's like 15% conversion, 20% conversion rate, but still, it's free. It's a free method of gaining followers. So that's also another little there as well. But guys, that should be enough for you to get some inspiration, firstly, that it can be done. That's sometimes what you need at the start. And I know we haven't gone fully into too much detail with regard to things, but we will, because they take a lot of time and a lot of stuff are overwhelming. But let's call it there at this one, and then I'll see you all in the next video, and we'll learn something else. But thank you. Hit like, hit subscribe, and we'll see you next time.